Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1978 Washington quarter dollar. You might be wondering, what makes this coin so special, and why is it worth so much? Some of these coins are valued at a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. So, in this video, we'll explore the history of the Washington quarter, the factors that influence its value, and how you can identify rare and valuable 1978 Washington quarters. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have a whole new appreciation for this piece of American currency. Let's get started. Segment 1. History of the Washington quarter dollar coin. To fully understand the value of the 1978 Washington quarter dollar, we need to take a step back and look at its history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin features a profile of Washington on the obverse side. On the reverse, you'll find an eagle perched on a branch, a symbol of America's strength and freedom. This design remained mostly unchanged throughout the years, making the Washington quarter one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. The 1978 coin, though a relatively recent minting, is part of a long tradition, and it remains popular among collectors to this day. Segment 2. Minting and design of the 1978 quarter. Now, let's talk about the 1978 Washington quarter dollar specifically. In 1978, the U.S. Mint continued to produce quarters with the familiar design. These coins were minted in both Denver and Philadelphia, and they were primarily made of copper-nickel. A total of over 500 million quarters were minted that year, which may sound like a lot, but here's the catch: not all 1978 Washington quarters are created equal. Most of the 1978 quarters you'll find today are not worth more than their face value of 25 cents. However, there are certain factors that can make a specific 1978 Washington quarter stand out and skyrocket in value. Let's explore what you need to look for. Segment 3. Factors that affect the value of the 1978 quarter. To find a 1978 Washington quarter worth $1.5 million, it all comes down to rarity, condition, and any unique features. Here are the main factors that influence the value of this coin. 1. Minting errors. One of the biggest things to look out for in rare coins is minting errors. These errors can make a coin significantly more valuable, and some 1978 Washington quarters do have rare minting mistakes. For example, if the coin was struck off-center, or if there are double die errors, where the design is doubled, these can turn a simple quarter into a collector's dream. A 1978 Washington quarter with the major minting error can fetch anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars. 2. Condition, grade. As with any collectible, condition matters. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A 1978 Washington quarter in mint condition, graded at MS 67 or higher, can be worth far more than one in poor condition. If your 1978 quarter looks almost brand new, it could be worth a lot more than its face value. 3. Silver content. While the 1978 quarter was primarily made of copper-nickel, collectors are also drawn to coins from years when silver was included in the mix. Quarters from the 1960s and earlier are often more valuable because they contain 90% silver. However, the 1978 quarter doesn't contain silver, so its value will mainly come from other factors like mint errors or high-grade conditions. 4. Low-grade coins. Some 1978 Washington quarters are produced in limited quantities or have special characteristics that make them more valuable than others. For instance, if you have a coin that's part of a special mint set or has an unusual toning, it might be worth more. These rare finds can be tricky to spot, but they often go for higher prices at auction. Segment 4. The coin that sold for $1.5 million. Okay, let's get to the exciting part. The 1978 Washington quarter dollar worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. This wasn't just any quarter up, it was a coin with a very specific error that made it stand out from the hundreds of millions of other quarters minted that year. In fact, the quarter in question had a double die obverse error, where the image of George Washington on the obverse side was doubled due to a misalignment of the die. This type of error is extremely rare, and as a result, the coin was sold at auction for a staggering $1.5 million. While it's very rare for a 1978 quarter to fetch such an enormous sum, it's not impossible. A lucky collector could potentially find a quarter with similar errors or unique features that could increase its value. Segment 5. How to spot a valuable 1978 quarter. If you think you've got a 1978 Washington quarter that might be worth something, here's how to tell. Examine the design. Look closely at the Washington quarter for any signs of errors like double die strikes, off-center strikes, or other irregularities. Check the grade. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. Use a magnifying glass or get the coin professionally graded. Look for rarity. Some 1978 quarters may have been part of limited run sets or special releases that make them rarer. Consult an expert. If you think you've got a rare 1978 quarter, take it to a professional numismatist or coin dealer for an appraisal. They can tell you whether your coin is truly valuable. Segment 6. Conclusion. So, there you have it. While the 1978 Washington quarter dollar may seem like just another coin, it holds the potential for significant value, especially if it has a rare minting error or is in pristine condition. While it's unlikely that most 1978 quarters will fetch $1.5 million, there are certainly examples out there that prove just how valuable these coins can be. If you're a collector or you think you've stumbled upon a hidden gem, be sure to check the coin's condition, look for any errors, and consult with a professional. You never know, you might have a rare and valuable 1978 quarter worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more coin tips, history, and valuable finds. See you in the next video. And screen. Here you can add links to other related videos, like how to spot valuable coins or top 10 most valuable US coins. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the world of rare coins with a specific focus on the 1981D Washington quarter dollar. You might think of this as just another coin from the 1980s, but let me tell you, there's more to it than meets the eye. Some of these coins have been known to sell for staggering amounts, up to $1.4 million in some cases. In this video, we'll explore the history of the Washington quarter, break down what makes the 1981D quarter so special, and go over the factors that could make one of those coins worth an incredible amount of money. If you're a coin collector or just someone interested in learning more about valuable coins, you won't want to miss this. Segment 1. History of the Washington quarter. Before we get into the specifics of the 1981D Washington quarter, let's take a step back and explore the history of the Washington quarter as a whole. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design featured a portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. This design has remained largely unchanged for most of its history, making it one of the most recognizable and enduring coins in U.S. currency. The 1981D quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, which is marked by the D Mint mark. This coin was part of the regular coinage flow for that year, but it's important to note that while many 1981D quarters are still in circulation today, only a few are considered rare and valuable. As with any coin, the real value comes when there's something unique about it, whether it's a minting error, a high-grade specimen, or some other rare characteristic. Segment 2. The 1981D quarter design. The 1981D Washington quarter features the classic design that has defined this coin for decades. On the obverse side, you'll find George Washington's profile, which has been a symbol of the United States for nearly 100 years. The reverse side depicts an eagle standing on a branch, with the coin's denomination, quarter dollar, inscribed along with the words E Pluribus Unum and United States of America. While the design didn't change in 1981, It's important to note the quality and minting process that took place that year. The 1981D quarters were struck using a process that involved copper nickel clad, which was the standard at the time. These coins were produced to meet the demand for everyday circulation, which is why most 1981D quarters you come across will be in average condition and worth only face value. Segment 3, what makes the 1981D Washington quarter so valuable? Now, here's where things get interesting. The 1981D Washington quarter may not seem like a rare coin at first glance, but there are certain characteristics that can make it incredibly valuable. So what makes this coin worth up to $1.4 million? Well, it all comes down to a few key factors: minting errors, rarity, and condition. Let's break them down. 1. Minting errors. The most significant factor that could make a 1981D Washington quarter worth a fortune is a minting error. Minting errors are when a coin is struck incorrectly during the production process, leading to a mistake in the design or the way it was minted. Errors can make a coin much more desirable to collectors, especially if the mistake is rare and noticeable. For the 1981D Washington quarter, one of the most sought-after minting errors is the double die error. This happens when the coin's design is stamped more than once, causing the image to appear doubled or blurry. This is a rare occurrence, and coins with double die errors can be worth thousands, if not millions, depending on their condition and rarity. 2. High-grade condition. Just like any other collectible item, the condition of the coin plays a major role in its value. Coins are graded based on their appearance, with the scale ranging from 1, poor condition, to 70, perfect condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A 1981D quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition could be worth significantly more than one that has been heavily circulated. For instance, if a 1981D quarter has been preserved well over the years and is graded MS67 or higher, meaning it has almost no visible wear or imperfections, it can command a premium price. In some cases, coins with high grades can sell for tens of thousands of dollars, especially if they also have a unique minting error. 3. Rare collectible versions. In addition to minting errors and condition, some 1981D Washington quarters may be part of limited edition releases or special sets that can make them more valuable. For example, some coins were part of proof sets or special collections issued by the U.S. Mint, which can make them more sought after by collectors. These coins are often produced in smaller quantities, and their rarity can make them more valuable than regular circulation coins. Segment 4, the coin worth $1.4 million. Let's get to the exciting part. The 1981D Washington quarter that sold for an incredible $1.4 million. This coin wasn't just any regular 1981D quarter, it had a significant double die error on the obverse side. The doubled image of George Washington's profile made it stand out from the millions of other coins produced that year. This coin was graded in mint state condition, meaning it had been well preserved and showed minimal wear. The combination of the rare minting error and the excellent condition made this coin highly sought after by collectors, and it eventually sold at auction for a staggering $1.4 million. This sale serves as a reminder of just how much value a coin can have when it's truly unique. Segment 5. How to spot a valuable 1981D Washington quarter. Now, if you think you might have a valuable 1981D Washington quarter, how can you tell if it's worth something? Here are some tips to help you identify whether your coin could be a hidden treasure. 1. Look for minting errors. Check the coin closely for any signs of minting errors, especially a double die error. Inspect the details of Washington's profile and the lettering on the coin for any signs of doubling or misalignment. 2. Examine the condition. Coins in excellent condition are always more valuable. Look for a coin that has minimal scratches, no signs of wear, and a well-defined design. 3. Get the coin graded. If you think you found a rare 1981D quarter, consider having it graded by a professional grading service. Grading can help determine its value based on its condition and any unique features. 4. Consult a coin expert. If you're unsure about the value of your coin, Take it to a professional coin dealer or numismatist for an appraisal. They can help you determine if it's worth getting certified or sold. Segment 6. Conclusion. And that's the story of the 1981D Washington quarter dollar. How a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance can actually be worth a small fortune. Whether it's due to a rare minting error, excellent condition, or being part of a limited edition release, the 1981D quarter has the potential to be much more valuable than just a 25-cent piece. If you happen to come across a 1981D Washington quarter, make sure to check it carefully. Look for minting errors, inspect its condition, and consider getting it professionally graded. You might just have a hidden gem on your hands. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin collecting tips and valuable coin insights. See you in the next video. And screen. You can add links to related videos on coin collecting, such as how to identify rare coins or top 10 most valuable US coins. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about a coin that many collectors have been on the lookout for, the 1998p Washington quarter dollar. While you might think of it as just another modern coin, there are some out there that are worth a lot more than their face value. In fact, one particular 1998p Washington quarter has sold for a stunning $1.1 million. So, if you're a coin collector or you've come across one of these coins, stick around because we're going to break down the history, the factors that influence the coin's value, and how to tell if your 1998p quarter could be worth a fortune. Let's dive in. Segment 1. History of the Washington quarter. Before we get into the specifics of the 1998p Washington quarter, let's take a brief look at the history of the Washington quarter itself. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin was designed by John Flanagan, and it featured a portrait of the first president of the United States on the obverse, with an eagle on the reverse side. Over the years, the design of the Washington quarter has remained largely the same, although there have been some variations, particularly during special commemorative years. Fast forward to 1998, and the U.S. Mint had been producing Washington quarters for decades, though this year was notable for a few reasons. The 1998p Washington quarter was part of the regular minting run. But it's important to understand that while many of these quarters are still in circulation today, not all of them are worth much. It's when a coin has specific characteristics or errors that it can rise to a whole new level of value. Segment 2. Minting and design of the 1998p quarter. The 1998p Washington quarter was minted as the Philadelphia Mint. And it's important to note the distinction between quarters minted in Philadelphia, marked with a P, and those from the Denver Mint, marked with a D. The 1998p quarters were made of copper nickel clad and were produced as part of the regular coinage flow for that year. In terms of design, the obverse of the coin features the familiar image of George Washington, while the reverse depicts an eagle. There were no major design changes for this specific year, but the key to understanding its value lies in the rare circumstances that can lead to a coin like the 1998p being worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Most 1998p quarters are still worth just 25 cents, but there are a few out there that are particularly unique. Segment 3. What makes the 1998p Washington quarter so valuable? Now, here comes the fun part. You might be wondering why the 1998p Washington quarter can be worth a staggering $1.1 million. The answer lies in the concept of rarity, condition, and most importantly, minting errors. There are a few reasons why some 1998p Washington quarters can fetch such a high price. 1. Minting errors. The most valuable 1998p Washington quarters are those that have rare minting errors. These errors can occur in various ways, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or a mismatched plan case. A double die error, for instance, is when the design on the coin is stamped multiple times, causing the image to be doubled or blurry. These types of errors are rare, and they make the coin incredibly valuable to collectors who specialize in misprints and irregularities. If you come across a 1998p Washington quarter with an error like this, it could be worth much more than just a few dollars. For example, there are reports of a particular 1998p quarter with a significant double-die error that sold for over $1 million at auction. That coin became an instant sensation because it was so rare and in excellent condition, making it a must-have for serious collectors. 2. High-grade condition. Another factor that can make the 1998p Washington quarter more valuable is its condition. Like many other coins, the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A 1998p quarter in mint state, with little to no wear or scratches, will be worth much more than one that has been heavily circulated. In fact, coins that are graded in the upper 60s or even MS-70, perfect condition, can fetch premium prices. If you have a 1998p Washington quarter that's in pristine condition, it could be worth significantly more than its face value. 3. Low mintage and special releases. While the 1998p Washington quarters were part of the regular minting process, there were certain years when the U.S. Mint released limited edition or special run coins that can become highly collectible. Although the 1998p quarter wasn't part of a special release, the market for these coins is often driven by scarcity. Some collectors might specifically seek out these quarters as part of a broader collection, driving up the demand for rarer versions. Segment 4. The $1.1 million coin. Let's take a moment to focus on the coin that set the bar for 1998p Washington quarters. A 1998p Washington quarter with a significant minting error sold for $1.1 million at a major auction. This particular coin had an extremely rare double-die obverse error, where the design on George Washington's portrait was doubled in a way that made it clearly visible to the naked eye. This error made the coin stand out from the millions of other 1998p quarters minted that year, and as a result, it became highly sought after by collectors. When a coin like this sells for such a high price, it highlights just how much value can be tied to minting errors and unique circumstances. It's a reminder that if you come across a coin that doesn't look quite right, it might be worth investigating further. With proper grading and authentication, it could turn out to be a real treasure. Segment 5. How to identify a valuable 1998p quarter. So, how can you tell if you have a 1998p Washington quarter that could be worth a lot of money? Here are some tips to help you identify whether your coin might be valuable. 1. Look for minting errors. Check closely for any signs of errors like double die strikes, off-center strikes, or other abnormalities in the design. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the details. 2. Examine the condition. A quarter that is in excellent condition, with minimal wear, scratches, or discoloration, is far more valuable than a coin that has been heavily circulated. 3. Get the coin graded. If you think you have a rare 1998p quarter, consider getting it professionally graded by a trusted grading service. They can help determine the value of your coin based on its condition and rarity. 4. Consult a coin expert. If you're unsure whether your 1998p quarter is valuable, take it to a professional coin dealer or numismatist. They can offer advice on its worth and authenticity. Segment 6. Conclusion. And that's the story of the 1998p Washington quarter dollar. How a seemingly ordinary coin can turn into a true collector's treasure, potentially worth up to $1.1 million. Whether it's due to a rare minting error, excellent condition, or its place in a collector's set, the value of these quarters can surprise you. If you've got a 1998p Washington quarter, it's worth taking a closer look to see if it could be a hidden gem. Remember to keep an eye out for minting errors and don't forget that condition matters when determining the coin's value. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more coin collecting tips and valuable coin insights. See you in the next video. And screen. You can add links to other videos on coin collecting, such as how to identify rare coins or top 10 most valuable US coins. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a coin that may seem like just another everyday quarter, but it actually has the potential to be worth a lot more than you might think. Of the 1988 Washington quarter dollar. You might be wondering, how could a coin from the late 80s be worth anything close to $1 million? Well, there's more to the story than meets the eye. Some of these coins, thanks to unique characteristics or errors, have fetched prices up to $1.2 million. In this video, we'll break down the history of the 1988 Washington quarter, what makes it so valuable, and how to spot a rare one that could be worth a fortune. So if you're into coin collecting or you think you might have a hidden treasure in your pocket change, keep watching. Segment 1. The history of the Washington quarter. Before we jump into the specifics of the 1988 Washington quarter, let's take a quick look at the history of the Washington quarter itself. First introduced in 1932 to mark the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, this coin became a staple of U.S. currency. The coin's design, created by John Flanagan, features a profile of George Washington on the obverse, with an eagle on the reverse side. This design has remained relatively unchanged throughout the years, making the Washington quarter one of the most recognizable coins in the U.S. mint's history. The 1988 Washington quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the D mint mark on the coin. While the 1988 quarter may seem like just another regular coin, it's important to remember that not all coins from this era are worth the same. The value of any coin comes down to several factors, such as rarity, condition, and any minting errors that may make the coin stand out. Some 1988 Washington quarters are worth only face value, but there are certainly some that are worth much, much more. Segment 2. The 1988 quarter design. The 1988 Washington quarter features the standard design that has been used for decades. On the obverse side, you'll find George Washington's portrait, a symbol of the United States since the coin's inception. The reverse side displays an eagle perched on a branch, with the inscription E Pluribus Unum and the words United States of America and quarter dollar around the edge. The coin was struck using a copper nickel-clad composition, which was standard for U.S. quarters at the time. In 1988, the Washington quarter was minted in large quantities, as it was used for everyday circulation. While the design remained the same as the previous years, the 1988 quarter is still part of a significant era in U.S. coinage history. Segment 3. What makes the 1988 Washington quarter so valuable? So what is it that makes the 1988 Washington quarter so valuable? After all, most of the quarters from this year are still being found in pocket change today. The value of a 1988 quarter doesn't come from its design, but rather from a few key factors: minting errors, high-grade conditions, and rarity. Let's dive into each of these factors and see why some 1988 quarters have sold for as much as $1.2 million. 1. Minting errors. One of the main reasons some 1988 quarters are worth so much money is due to minting errors. Minting errors occur when the coin is struck incorrectly, and these errors can create unique features that are highly sought after by collectors. Some of the most valuable 1988 quarters are those with rare minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or improperly aligned dies. For example, a double die error occurs when the coin's design is stamped more than once, creating a doubling effect on the image. In the case of the 1988 quarter, a double die error on George Washington's profile or the inscriptions can make the coin much more valuable than a regular quarter. If you come across a 1988 quarter with a noticeable doubling effect, it could be worth thousands of dollars or more. Other types of minting errors to look for include off-center strikes, where the design appears shifted on the coin, or die cracks, which create unusual patterns or lines across the surface of the coin. These types of errors are rare, and when they are found, collectors are often willing to pay a premium price for them. 2. High-grade condition. Like most collectible coins, the condition of the 1988 Washington quarter plays a significant role in its value. Coins are graded based on their condition, with the highest grade being MS-70, or mint state condition, which means the coin is in perfect, uncirculated condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A 1988 Washington quarter that has been kept in mint condition without scratches, wear, or discoloration can be worth much more than a coin that has been heavily circulated. Coins in mint state, MS-65 or higher, are generally worth more, and in some cases, they can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. The 1988 quarter is no exception. A high-quality coin with little wear can be worth significantly more than one in average condition. 3. Rarity and special sets. In addition to minting errors and high-grade coins, the rarity of the 1988 Washington quarter also affects its value. Some coins are more valuable simply because they were part of a limited edition or a special mint set, while the 1988 quarter wasn't part of any special release. Certain years or specific coins in limited runs can become valuable because of their relative scarcity. Although most 1988 quarters were made for general circulation, there are still some rare examples that have become sought after by collectors. A 1988 quarter in pristine condition with a rare minting error could become part of a limited collection, which increases its desirability and drives up its value. Segment 4. The coin worth $1.2 million. Let's talk about the 1988 Washington quarter that sold for a staggering $1.2 million. This particular coin featured a rare double die error, which made the design of George Washington's portrait appear doubled. This error, combined with the coin's excellent condition, made it a must-have for collectors. After being professionally graded and authenticated, the coin was auctioned for $1.2 million, setting a new standard for the value of 1988 quarters. While this sale is certainly an outlier, it shows just how much a rare, well-preserved coin with a significant minting error can be worth. Coins like these are incredibly hard to find, but they highlight the potential value of certain 1988 Washington quarters. Segment 5. How to identify a valuable 1988 Washington quarter. If you think you found a rare 1988 Washington quarter, how can you tell if it's worth a lot of money? Here are a few tips for identifying a valuable coin. 1. Look for minting errors. Inspect the coin closely for any signs of minting errors, especially double die strikes or off-center strikes. Use a magnifying glass to examine the design details carefully. 2. Check the condition. The better the condition of the coin, the more valuable it will be. If your 1988 quarter looks almost brand new, it could be worth more than just 25 cents. 3. Get the coin graded. If you suspect your 1988 quarter could be worth something, consider getting it professionally graded by a trusted service. Grading will provide you with a better idea of its value based on its condition and rarity. 4. Consult a professional. If you're unsure about the coin's value, take it to a professional numismatist or coin dealer. They can help determine whether your 1988 quarter is a valuable find. Segment 6. Conclusion. There you have it, the 1988 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that could be worth much more than its face value, whether it's due to a rare minting error, high-grade condition, or its place in a limited collection. This coin holds the potential for significant value. If you've got one of those quarters in your collection, it's worth taking a closer look to see if it might be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos about rare coins, coin collecting tips, and valuable finds. See you next time. And screen. You can add links to related videos like how to spot valuable coins or top 10 most valuable US coins. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of coin collecting or just someone curious about the rarest and most valuable coins out there, then this video is for you. Today, we're going to be diving deep into a coin that might look like just another regular quarter from the 1990s, but in reality, it has the potential to be worth a staggering amount of money. We're talking about the 1995D Washington quarter dollar. A coin from this year can be worth as much as $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, the $1.2 million. In this video, we'll uncover the history of the 1995D Washington quarter, what makes it valuable, and how a rare few have sold for jaw-dropping amounts. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone trying to figure out if you have a rare find in your coin jar, stay tuned. Segment 1, the history of the Washington quarter. Let's start by taking a step back and understanding the history behind the Washington quarter. This coin, which features George Washington on the obverse, the front side, was first issued in 1932. It was created to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and since then, the design has remained largely unchanged, with only a few minor alterations over the decades. The original design by John Flanagan showed a profile of Washington on the front, and on the reverse side, an eagle perched on a branch. This design has become a symbol of American coinage, and to this day, it's one of the most easily recognizable coins in the United States. Fast forward to the 1990s, and the Washington quarter was still in circulation. By this time, the quarter had undergone some changes, including the introduction of the 50-state quarters program in 1999. But before all of that, the 1995D Washington quarter was part of the regular circulation and minted at the Denver Mint, which is marked by the D Mint mark. The 1995D quarter is often overlooked because it's a coin that was minted in large quantities, as more than 1.5 billion were produced. So, if you find one in your pocket change, you might not think much of it. But there's more to the story, and certain rare 1995D quarters can actually be worth far more than just 25 cents. Segment 2, the design of the 1995D Washington quarter. The 1995D Washington quarter features the classic design that has been associated with this coin for decades. On the obverse, you have George Washington's profile, a design that has been a part of U.S. currency for nearly a century. The reverse shows an eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, which has been a consistent design on the Washington quarter since its inception. Surrounding the eagle is the inscription United States of America and the denomination quarter dollar. In terms of composition, the 1995D quarter, like other quarters from this time, was made from a copper nickel-clad composition. This was standard for the U.S. Mint at the time, and it was designed to be durable enough for regular circulation. So, what makes the 1995D quarter so special if it looks just like every other Washington quarter? Well, as with many coins, the value doesn't necessarily come from the design itself but from a few key factors that we'll get into shortly: minting errors, rarity, and condition. Segment 3, what makes the 1995D Washington quarter so valuable? Now let's get to the good stuff of the factors that can make the 1995D Washington quarter worth a lot more than just its face value. As we've mentioned, most 1995D quarters are worth just 25 cents, and they're not considered rare by any means. However, there are certain aspects that can turn an ordinary 1995D quarter into a highly valuable coin, even reaching up to $1.2 million in some cases. Let's break it down. 1. Minting errors. The most common reason a 1995D quarter could be worth a significant amount of money is due to a minting error. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, and the result is a coin with an unusual or incorrect feature. For example, a double die error is when a coin's design is struck more than once, creating a doubling effect. This can lead to a blurry or duplicated image on the coin, especially on the inscriptions or the portrait of George Washington. A double die error on a 1995D Washington quarter would make it stand out from the millions of other coins produced that year. Coins with this error are highly sought after by collectors, and they can fetch prices far above their face value. Another type of minting error that could make a 1995D quarter valuable is an off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to appear shifted or misaligned. Off-center coins are often considered to be a rarity, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. 2. High-grade condition. As with most collectible coins, the condition of the coin is crucial when it comes to determining its value. Coins are graded based on their appearance, with the scale ranging from 1, poor condition, to 70, perfect condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin will be. Most 1995D quarters you come across are going to be in average or even poor condition, having been in circulation for decades. However, if you find a 1995D quarter that's in near perfect or uncirculated condition, it could be worth a lot more. Coins that are graded MS65 or higher, meaning they show no signs of wear or damage, are worth significantly more than their circulated counterparts. 3. Rarity and limited edition versions. In addition to minting errors and high-grade coins, the rarity of a coin also plays a role in its value. While the 1995D Washington quarter was minted in large numbers, certain examples might still be rare due to the number of coins that have been lost, damaged, or worn over time. Coins that have remained in good condition and avoided heavy circulation could be worth more simply because of their rarity. Additionally, some 1995D quarters were part of special proof sets or limited edition collections that were issued by the U.S. Mint. These coins are often produced in smaller quantities and feature a different finish, making them more desirable to collectors. Segment 4. The coin worth $1.2 million. Let's talk about the 1995D Washington quarter that sold for $1.2 million. This coin had a rare and valuable minting error, specifically, a double die error. This double die error created a noticeable doubling effect on the lettering and Washington's profile, making it stand out from all the other quarters produced that year. On top of that, the coin was in nearly perfect condition, having been preserved well enough to earn an MS68 grade, which is considered exceptional for a coin of its age. The combination of the rare minting error and the coin's pristine condition led to it being sold as auction for a record-breaking $1.2 million. While this is certainly an extreme example, it shows just how much value a 1995D Washington quarter can have when it's something truly unique. Segment 5. How to identify a valuable 1995D Washington quarter. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1995D Washington quarter? Here are a few tips to help you identify a rare coin. 1. Look for minting errors. Inspect the coin carefully for signs of double dies, off-center strikes, or other minting errors. Use a magnifying glass to examine the design closely, especially the lettering and portrait of Washington. 2. Examine the condition. Coins in excellent condition are always worth more. If your 1995D quarter looks like it's never been in circulation, it could be worth significantly more than face value. 3. Get the coin graded. If you think you found a rare 1995D quarter, consider having it graded by a professional grading service. They will evaluate the coin's condition and authenticity, helping you understand its true value. 4. Consult a coin expert. If you're unsure about the value of your 1995D quarter, reach out to a professional coin dealer or numismatist. They can give you a better idea of whether your coin is valuable and worth further examination. Segment 6. Conclusion. The 1995D Washington quarter may seem like a regular coin at first glance, but as we've seen, it has the potential to be worth much more, up to $1.2 million in some cases. Whether it's due to a rare minting error, its condition, or its rarity, Certain 1995D quarters have become highly sought after by collectors. If you think you've got a valuable 1995D quarter on your hands, take the time to examine it closely, get it graded, and perhaps you could be the one to uncover a rare treasure. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos on rare coins, coin collecting tips, and the fascinating world of numismatics. See you in the next video. And screen links to related videos, like top 10 most valuable US coins or how to spot minting errors in coins.